What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Life versus Lymphedema. I'm Brian. I'm back with George. And in this session, this was my second to last session with my physical therapist. And what we're going to go over today is two things. Manual lymphatic drain, and we're also going to get wrapped. Now, I'm breaking it up into two different videos because it was so long. You guys like shorter videos. So in this session, the next 20 minutes, I'm going to fast forward certain parts of it that are tedious, and I'm going to be narrating. I'm going to be narrating the massage that she's giving me. I'm going to pause and let her talk when she's saying things that are things that you all need to hear, and I'll be back to narrate the actual massage itself. So give me a second. I'll be right back.
You're good height-wise. All right, so we're going to start with a deep drainage of your abdomen clockwise from left lower hip and then all the way around.
Okay, so what she's doing right now is she's massaging the left side of my hip. Now, despite some of my favorite videos on Pornhub, this does not feel good. It feels, I say later on in the video, it feels like you're giving me CPR, but I'm still alive. That's what's happening right now. She's digging into my hip. Not a lot of meat there. She's digging into the bone of my hip, and she's going in a circular motion with the hopes of opening up my lymph nodes. To go further, and I sped this up. This is 6 minutes long. I made it triple speed, so it's 2 minutes and 8 seconds that I have to fill in right here. I got a gift for it, but don't worry about that. Now, she's digging into my hip, and then she moves to my abdomen. And again, circular motion deep into my abdomen. What she's doing is she's trying to open up the lymph nodes that are stagnant because of what's happening in my body. So the hope is that you open up those lymph nodes, it starts getting the fluid going back and forth. Then she does the same thing to my leg, goes up and down my leg. And then along with the wrap, hopefully it'll tighten up that big muscle that is my leg that you'll get a good look at later on. And it'll give the lanes of fluid more of a chance to move. That's the hope. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If you get a good manual lymphatic drain and you drink lots of water throughout the day, you'll use the bathroom a lot. It makes for a restless night of sleep because you're up urinating all night. But if you're up urinating all night, it's a good thing because it tells you that the lymph nodes are doing what they're supposed to do, and that weight that you're losing in water weight will take pressure off your leg. Oh, she's going to say something. Let's listen in. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, so I did the deep abdominal drainage, and now everything else is going to be superficial because the lymphatic capillaries are not too far under the surface of the skin, so you don't need deep techniques.
Right.
Just skin stretch pressure is enough. And because of the shorter amount of time, I do the inguinal or groin lymph nodes first, and then I actually work inferior to superior on the leg.
Okay.
Some therapists do, they'll do the upper third, the middle third, the bottom third, upward that way. And again, just because of time constraints, I also don't have you lay on your stomach.
Right.
To do the back of the leg. Because it takes some time to get into that position, out of that position. And what we'll do is we'll do the back of the bottom of the leg with you just turned on your side.
Okay.
So.
But I do have the energy to flip over on my stomach, as we'll see later. The only regret I have about slowing this down is that, again, it's triple speed. You can't see how slow she's going. This part actually feels fantastic. Right up against my inner thigh, my groin, of course, it feels fantastic. This is a very slow massage. And then right now, she's on the hip. You can't see it because it's off camera because my hip is so damn big and I didn't position the camera. Oh, she's talking.
Okay. So when I do the bottom of your leg, I do it in the more traditional order, which is to do superior, middle, bottom. So I do start at the top and clear because there's so much to clear here in this medial lobule. So
Now, when you say superior, is that the name for the leg, or are you calling it that because of where the swelling is?
because of where the swelling is, superior just means top.
Okay.
Inferior means bottom.
Gotcha. I know you meant like the superior swelling because it's...
No. Supreme swelling, no.
Gotcha.
No, you can, like, this is anterior, front of your leg, posterior, back of your leg.
Gotcha.
These are the anatomical, terms.
Oh, you in your bag now.
Say it again?
I said you in your bag now.
Oh, yeah. So the skin moving is a good sign because when you are more swollen and fibrotic, the skin loses its mobility, and then actually the drainage isn't as effective because you want the skin to move. And I am kind of moving the tissue a little bit too, but I really want the skin to stretch.
Okay. I have more feeling than I normally do when you do this. Like I can feel your hands. Well, I can feel the pressure
Okay.
more than normal, which is a good sign.
Okay.
Like even that right there.
Good.
Normally that's the feel nothing zone.
Right. That's how you feel with all that, congestion sitting there. So. All right. Here, there's a little bit less movement here, but there's also some dead skin on top, and that seems to affect the mobility of the skin as well, the movement of the skin. So once that softens and reduces also, because it's a little bit more fluid, a little bit more fibrosis there at the bottom.
And I mean that. Normally, I can't feel anything that's happening. Like the way she's touching the leg, I could only feel it because the days leading up to this had been soft days. As a matter of fact, you'll hear me talk about the last video I posted in the next segment. And the next segment, more of the things that she's saying are really relevant to what's happening. So listen closely. There's even some personal stuff that I left in because... whatever. And then I'll be back to wrap this whole thing up. Yeah, I woke up yesterday morning. I was so happy because it was so soft. Mm-hmm. I did like a quick video because I woke up and I knew I had to pick Sophia up, but it was really, really soft.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So I threw on the reduction kit. I threw on the reduction kit real quick.
Oh, good. Hold on, turn your leg over so I can get the back. I'm also going to mention that normally some therapists don't use any lotion. I do it depending on how dry the skin is. So like at the top where you weren't very dry, I didn't use a lot, soaked right in. At the bottom where you had more dead skin, I did use a lot, but the reason they don't use it is because you don't really want your hands to glide. You kind of want them to grip the skin, but I feel like it's not interfering in this case with the skin movement. So, and we're kind of killing two birds with one stone because you did need some moisturizer applied before we bandaged. So just kind of applying it while we're doing the drainage. And the back is pretty soft, probably from resting it on the mat a little bit too, kind of helps to soften it. I should mention that when you're fibrotic and the tissue is firm, deeper techniques also help. So that's just using more pressure. Sometimes I'll even go in with my elbow or my forearm and really get into the tissue to help soften it. But today, fortunately, you're still soft and getting skin mobility. So
Yeah, no, I feel all that too.
yeah,
Actually feels fantastic.
good.
Yeah, I was going to explain to them on the video that most of this massage, most of it doesn't. It's not like a relaxing massage, especially the abdomen part.
Right.
Feels like you're giving me CPR, but I'm alive. I'm like, yo.
And I might need to have you turn the other way so I can get this end.
You sure you want me to like flip over on my stomach? 'Cause I have a little bit more mobility in my leg.
I've never seen what that looks like.
Oh,
Let me put you down first. Oh, okay, yeah.
See what I mean?
That is a lot easier. Alright, so. Alright, I'm gonna start from the top then. And then.
Yeah, no, it's just my leg is like it's lighter today, so hopefully it's gonna be easier on the bolster,
Okay.
lifting and whatever.
Yeah. So this allows me to get behind your knee, which I could not do
Oh,
when
okay.
you were on your back. But now it's like more open. Just being mindful of the time, but
Yeah.
you can get the bandaging quickly.
And this is it. This is the end of the video. These last 5 minutes, I sped up times 5. Fun fact, when editing this video, it was in fact the first time I've ever seen the back of my ankle. I've never seen the back of it before. I didn't know how fibrotic it was. I didn't know how covered it was. And it's weird to see it like that. So this is it. This is also the part 2 of this, the actual wrap that came after that. It's gonna take me a few more days to edit. Like, you have to understand, I have to like follow her head around and keep the sensor on it, and it's aggravating. And it's tedious, but you guys are worth it. If you want me to put up the raw footage of me getting the massage with no sound, let me know. If enough people request it, I'll probably do it. But I'll be back in a few days with part 2, and that is the final lymphatic wrap, and you'll see the results.
This is the Her House Podcast. That's my daddy.